Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Do you remember when the Saudi crown prince did not return or did not take US President Biden's phone calls? Do you remember that? Do you remember when he also spoke, though, with uh, Xi Jinping of China? Remember that? Well, we got a new development here, and it's very, very disturbing um, if you're American, though. This article that I have is from republicworld.com from April 16th, 2022, and it's titled Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince dials Vladimir Putin to talk about Ukraine, Yemen, and OPEC plus. Well, that's not good. In the midst of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman dialed Russian President Putin to talk about Ukraine, Yemen, OPEC plus. That's not very good. They said here that they discussed the situation in Ukraine, talked about the crisis in Yemen. Kremlin suggested that the two leaders also talked about the organization of the petroleum exporting countries, OPEC, deal on oil reduction. Kremlin announced that they shared views on a number of foreign issues, including the situation in Ukraine and Yemen. Putin and bin Salman also discussed topics related to bilateral ties. They expressed their shared desire to see Russia and Saudi Arabia build mutual beneficial partnership in the future. Kremlin statement further said that they offered a favorable appraisal to collective cooperation with OPEC Plus with the goal of guaranteeing global oil market stability. Um, Putin wished Saudi Arabia's leadership and people a happy Ramadan. Uh, both parties agreed to keep in touch. Hey, keep in touch. See you next time. Talk to you later, bud. It says here that Arabia's crown prince had a previous phone chat on March 3rd talking about the Ukraine crisis. Bin Salman stated that the kingdom supports the initiatives that will lead to a political solution to the crisis in Ukraine and achieve security and stability. Um, on the other hand, OPEC lowered its forecast for growth for world oil demand growth in 2022 on April 12, citing the impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, growing inflation, and the recurrence of the Omicron variant of coronavirus strain in China as reasons, according to Al Arabiya News. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February, oil prices soared to $139 a barrel, the highest level since 2008. Oh, 2008 is when the US government pulled the rug when we bailed out those companies that were so profitable, but they were too big to fail. So that affected me directly and my children and their children. Oh yeah, 2008, I remember that. The housing bubble. And then it says Bin Salman had a conversation with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday. Oh. So he had a Friday and they discussed Ukraine. China media reported that Beijing is seeking high-level collaboration with Saudi Arabia in energy, trade, and high technology. Chinese president stated that China prioritizes the development of its relations with Saudi Arabia and is ready to collaborate with the kingdom to continue developing their comprehensive strategic cooperation and deliver greater advantages to the people of the two countries, according to CGTN. Wow, their people. Okay. Very, 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 very nice. And remember, this Salman bin Salam Mohammed, the crown prince, he did not want to talk with Biden. So you see, the club treated these guys in a certain way, and now they're upset and they look for opportunities. Each country looks for its own interest. That's how it is in geopolitics and international relations. There's no friends, it's just partners or allies, if you want to call it, but you turn your back to the ally as soon as you get in trouble. I guess that's how it is. Or you can stand by that guy and support the consequences. You know, it depends what kind of country or people you are. Nevertheless, it's interesting that uh, United States and the collective West, so-called collective West, five countries over there that dictate. It's one, and then, as I said, the master of the plantation, United States. Then you have like the servants, the house servants, where you have Great Britain, maybe France, and then you have the slaves, which is Germany, Italy, and everybody else who sometimes think to they go in the house and then get out back on plantation, and the rest, Romania, Poland, Baltic states, all those little dogs over there. That's all. So this club that is ran by power and intimidation and blackmail and threats and occupation with the country's agreement to, oh yeah, we want your troops. Of course you want them. You're never going to leave again. And you defend us from this guy who is portrayed as bad by whom? Anyway, um, this is the little geopolitics. So no wonder a lot of countries just want to, jump ship, or at least have a good cooperation with both blocks that will in the second one is in the process of being created. Interesting is that there are some important countries who jump ship, and it seems to be Saudi Arabia, EUA, and other oil-producing countries. India. Now the club succeeded in doing something in Pakistan. I don't know exactly what's going to happen over there. But then you have Afghanistan, which is obviously we know on which side it is, or maybe it's in own side, the way they act over there. But this Saudi Arabia crown prince is very busy bee. He contacts Vladimir Putin. He contacts Xi Jinping, but he's not going to answer Biden's phone calls. Um, I don't know if I don't think he saw. I don't care. I know that the British Prime Minister he went over there, but I don't know if he met the Crown Prince or he just met the Foreign Minister. I didn't see any pictures or any articles with Salman and Boris Johnson over there. But Boris Johnson went over there like this, and he came with his hand down below in the back, so nothing actually. He couldn't threaten, he couldn't do anything about it. And what's interesting is that Saudi Arabia, the way it is, with the human rights and so on, it was US's best friend over there. US gave billions, tens of billions of dollars worth of military equipment, like the top notch, not the second hand like Romania gets or these losers, like the real thing. They paid, Saudi Arabia paid. Saudi Arabia has a lot of investments in the United States, a lot of them, and not only in the market but in other ways. And it's just they have a lot of leverage. U.S. has to do something, if you know what I mean, in Saudi Arabia soonest. If these guys are not following orders anymore, they can't leave it, let it go like India, and maybe they're going to do something not like Pakistan, but maybe something like Syria, not Syria, Libya, not Iraq or Afghanistan, but Libya. Like it's an uprising over there, or maybe something like 2014 Ukraine, and overthrow of a democratically elected government by these guys with the help of those guys. So, Salam bin Salman, Mohammed, you got to pay attention and watch your back, because you're going to be, they're going to pull a Julius Caesar and Brutus on you pretty soon in the Senate or in the palace, in your case. So be careful. That's just a premonition. So as I said, stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you in a moment. Ciao.